While Obama and Boehner fight this out, it's Boehner's new deputy, Kevin McCarthy, that's left everyone more pessimistic about immigration reform. The California Republican has been hardening his stance on immigration, which many critics argue is the cost of that promotion that he got after Eric Cantor's defeat. For a view from the House, we turn to Congresswoman Judy Chu, a California Democrat and chair of the Congressional Asian Pacific American Caucus. Good day.
Hello.
Let me start there with Kevin McCarthy. He's the new majority leader. He can play a key role here. It seems like these recent tactics by some of the pro-reform groups, he says, have angered him. I want to read from one of his statements about it. He says, "I can't go anywhere in the community without being protested. I don't see how that's productive. If they continue their tactics, it's less likely they're helpful in solving the problem. They're less likely to have my ear." What do you make of your colleague's view of those protesters and that part of this movement?
Well, I would hope that Kevin McCarthy could listen to the passion of the advocates who really want immigration reform done. And I think that we still have a chance to have immigration reform. It's not dead until the Speaker says it's dead, and the Speaker has not said that it's dead. In fact, we have until July 31st, which is when we take a break for the recess. There still is a chance, maybe a slim chance, but there still is a chance. And the consequences of failure are far too great.
Yeah, I hear you on the failure. You're saying there's a chance, you know, we are on TV here, we have a banner below you that says no reform this year. And the reason for that is it's a prediction, it could be wrong, but the reason is that not just Republicans, but now some of your colleagues in the House, many Democrats have said this isn't going to happen. Is there anything specific that supports your optimism?
I still feel that there is a chance because there is a broken immigration system that has so many consequences. There are millions of families that are waiting to reunite with their loved ones. There are businesses that can't find workers, particularly in the agricultural industry. There are 11 million undocumented that are already a fabric of our society, and yet they are living in the shadows. So there is a pressing need. Of course, the main thing for the Republicans, well, John McCain said it best this week. He said that if they don't pass immigration reform, their chances for the presidential nominee of 2016 to win is absolutely zero.
Yeah, and the politics of that don't look good for them. You mentioned Senator McCain. His old top senior advisor, Steve Schmidt, spoke about this, and just the electoral and demographic math here to that point. Take a listen. Don't think we have it. I will give you my best Steve Schmidt impression, which is basically, he said the Republican Party is doing better among all the parts of the electorate that are shrinking, and the Democratic Party is doing better among all the parts of the electorate that are growing. What do you think of that analysis?
I think it's spot on. It is very true. Asians and Latinos voted for President Obama in rates of over 70% in the last election, and I believe it was due to immigration reform.
And Congresswoman Chu, when you see this lawsuit that's getting some attention, although as a lawyer looks to me like a stunt from Speaker Boehner, and then you also see other colleagues, Candace Miller in the House, saying, well, what we really need to do is cut off aid to Mexico, or we need to secure the border despite this president having such a high deportation rate. At this point, do you take those kind of objections on this issue seriously, or do you think those are just Republican excuses?
Those are excuses. In fact, they are just sources of rhetoric. Actually, the best way to deal with the problems that we have are not that we have right now are immigration reform measures. They are the things that will ensure that there's a clear message to Central America about the unaccompanied minors and the fact that they actually cannot get legalization in this country because after December 11th, according to the bills, nobody could become legal if they enter after that time.
Congresswoman Judy Chu, for a view from the House, thank you very much today.